mental institutions in the United States are said to be haunted, and thus the Regis from Athens, Ohio, is not expectation to that. The Mental Medical Center opened here on January 9, 1874, and is specialized in its treatment of criminally and mentally insane patients. It was then known as the Athens Asylum. Now, most buildings in Regis have been renovated and turned into classrooms and office buildings. The administration building is now the home of Kennedy Art Museum, showing case paintings and artworks from all different types of artists. The Regis was known as an overcrowded institution that was treating the patient in a cruel way. Ice water bath, electroshock therapy, and lobotomies became the regular practice. Several other strange things had happened at the Regis. Besides the cruel treatment applied to the patients, on the 1st of December 1978, a patient named Margaret Skilling mysteriously disappeared. The legend says she was playing hide and seek with a nurse, who got distracted and forgot to look for her. Over more than a month, on 12th of January 1979, her body was found by a maintenance worker. Her death was not a mystery as the markers her body left on the floor. An imprint of her clothes and hair are perfectly visible on the floor. Some said her body decomposed, and the outline was formed because of the reaction of the corpus to the sunlight. This is not a very good explanation though, because the string is still there and reappears even after being cleaned up. And Margaret Skilling is not only a former patient that is said to be still haunting the Regis.
I have worked here for probably around 14 months. I have heard of the legend of ghosts happening in the ridges. I don't have any experience, but a real experience, but sometimes if I'm here late at night, my mind will play a trick on me. These rumors do not affect my work, nor will they, because I don't really believe it. And I am very aware of the history of the mental hospital. I know it was built in the 1800s after the Civil War, and it's been in operation for probably 100 or so years. The one supernatural occurrence that I'm very familiar with, because I've been told about it a lot, and I've actually tried to find it, is there's supposedly a woman had been trapped in one of the towers, and her image was baked onto the floor on one of the towers, and a couple of custodians, when they tried to clean it up, they became cursed. One of them died. That's really the only supernatural thing that I'm familiar with, but I have heard of some other things like a blood stain in another part of the asylum.
The Regis was a formal mental health hospital, and it has a place where they bury the deceased patients. Locals says that there are 2 or 3 asylum cemeteries at the Regis, yet the most famous of them is the one located at a rear corner of the grounds of the asylum. The place is also reputed for being visited by ghosts, especially at night. In a cemetery, there is a weird section that includes a harmful graves of a little creek to the right of the main cemetery. There's a bridge made of wood, and on the other side of it lie several graves hidden in the woods. People were reported to have seen strange lights and hear screams in the cemetery at night. Waltham Hall is the most famous haunted place on the campus at Ohio University. Waltham Hall was built in 1965 in honor of Herman Royal Waltham. Waltham Hall is West Green located at Ohio University. Maybe Ohio is perhaps the most haunted campus in the world, so there are many legends. Waltham Hall is said to be the home of the ghost that died in ministry's ways in 1970s. He died in the room 428, and years after that, a student residing in that room was said to hear strange sounds and hear footsteps, as well as witness several objects moving by themselves on their own. And some student who once lived here said, "I live on the first floor this year, and my first morning I woke up earlier to take my contact out, and I had slept in and went back to my room is locked. After getting an RA to unlock my door, I grabbed my keys and tried to lock it from the inside, and stepping out from closing the door automatically locked it. I have no explanations for this. The only way that I could lock myself out is to slide my keys under the door, and it wouldn't. It may not have sleep to that no purpose." Since these occurrences, the room has been closed off and was not given to any new students again. This is perhaps the only old university room in the world that is sealed and closed. Room 428 is now closed. No one knows what happened to many students afterward and doesn't know what happened before.